experience across capital markets, strategy, and investment research. It's great to have you. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
17 years. You do in doing investment and business and all of 17 years. But you look like if you've been doing this for 17 years, that means you started quite early and you've been doing this for quite a while. Yeah,
well, almost 20 by now.
So. Oh wow. Let's how did you get into the world of financial investment and and digital financial investments and all of that?
Yeah. So firstly, I started my career as an investment research person, which also that means we analyze and make recommendations for investors. And from that took me into other businesses like securities trading, where you also advise people on where to invest, stocks, fixed income, the likes, then asset management, investment banking. So now coming into the financial technology space means that coming from a place of knowledge, having understand, because when we talk about technology, you are trying to digitalize the business. You are trying to look at what are the pain points from the manual method. I recall those days when people have to come and sign mandates to buy shares, or they call you. But now, from the comfort of your home, from your mobile phone, you can place your trade, you can invest your funds, and there's transparency that you can see. You don't have to call, I need to get the information from my account officer, I need to know this. So some of those things are what we now decided to put together and come up and put that on a mobile app. On a mobile app.
Which is?
The Bluetooth Neo. Yeah, we used to be called Optimus.
Okay. The question I want to ask now is that does that process, does it eliminate the stockbroking or the middleman process, or that app now becomes the middleman?
The app now becomes the middleman.
Okay, so and is that the are you saying the app is now the stockbroker in quote?
Yes, that's why we say, like some of the slogan or the pay of line, we say be your stockbroker, or be your portfolio manager, because the app already made everything easy. You don't need to be calling. You can maybe call for advice, but what we also do is we support with the advice. You get so that via emails that for you to be able to
regular support,
regular support, get help for you to guide you on building a portfolio. Because what we have done is we call it like a one-stop shop where high savings, rather than leaving your money in the bank, not any interest, and getting different debit alerts at the end of the month. You can take advantage of credible platforms. AfroInvest, almost over 30 years in the market. You take advantage of credible and regulated platform where you put your money. And part of what we looked at is the ease of taking your funds out, which is very critical.
Now, talking about ease, a lot of people are skeptical about investment, first of all, especially when it's now digital, right? It's a digital investment, and people are skeptical because, it's easy to just lose your funds. Just a click, a link somewhere, just one small thing, and everything goes. How do you maintain investor confidence? Let's talk about security. I'm just an investor, just normally in digital finance and all of this. How am I sure that my money is secure? How do you improve, or how do you, my confidence? Right?
Okay, yes, no, I get that, because, we have a lot of different platforms. But part of what we looked at on securities from the onboarding process, some of what would request for that, transactions cannot be completed without your input. Like having your PIN, having some questions that you are asked at the point when you want to withdraw. So, and even from our tech team, that what we've also done is we've also put in some AI to understand the pattern of withdrawal. So if you have been taking out 50,000 for a year and suddenly you want to take out 500, system will also flag to be sure that you are the one.
Yeah, you're the one. All right. So now we're talking about building trust. What do investors really care about?
Okay. One thing that they care about is the ease from the onboarding process and security. Beyond that, return on investment is also very important. So what we've done is that rather than investors bothering their head to understand the different form of investments. With our experience as also a portfolio manager, we pull these funds together and we're able to identify credible investment that will still give you high return. You know, if I take my 5,000 naira to the bank, I may not be able to negotiate for a rate, but if 1,000 people come together and pool funds, we get higher rates. So that is how you benefit from platforms like this. That's 1,000 people have put 5,000 naira together, giving you almost 50 million. You get higher rates. So we're able to spread that income or that return across different the customers.
Okay, some other thing, a lot of people are concerned about generally when investing is insurance. If anything should happen to a firm that is holding an investment and all of that, what if it's mismanaged? What if it goes down? What happens to their funds?
Okay, so
we've seen these kind of issues in tech, from even very, very big ones, and they get into issue. I mean, I remember the one that comes to mind now is Patricia, and then a number of other things happen. In this kind of case now, investors' funds, how can investors be sure that their funds are secure?
Okay, part of what we've also introduced is using a custodian, because we invest through the asset management. So the funds are held through the asset management unit that is regulated by Securities and Exchange Commission that only make use of a custodian account, because part of what regulations have done is for most asset managers can't just open any bank account. And for custodian accounts, they monitor before, we call it DVP, that you delivery versus payment. So you want to invest, they see the investment before funds are released. So that structure means it ring-fence your money from the firm. And we've seen a lot of firms that have gone on that have used custodian arrangement. What happens is the Securities and Exchange Commission will appoint a new manager to manage those funds. So it's the ring-fencing of the fund, not commingling the funds with the firm, funds of the firm, that will give comfort to the investors.
Okay, so just now I want to go from the side of people now. What do people do by themselves to learn how to, what digital skills can they learn when it comes to online? Let's just wrap up with this now. Can they learn so that they ensure that even by themselves they can maintain their own security when dealing with anything digital? Okay,
the first thing is that they should know not to disclose very important information.
Yeah, this is a kind of
don't disclose your password, even when you are getting calls asking you for code, asking you for a password. Then you should be very suspicious.
This thing, especially with even WhatsApp, with different things. Someone sends you a link or a Zoom link, join somewhere. This is where a lot of people have issues. They don't know. I'm really talking about some people that you think should know,
yes,
but they don't know. So this is very important.
It's really very, very, very key. Secondly, when you also see platform, when they are promising you returns that be significantly above what you would find in traditional investments, then it's also a red flag. Because you want to ask questions, where are you putting the money?
When it's too good to be true.
Yes,
it actually is.
Yeah, so that's really very important. So if you note some of them, who are those behind? From the owners, from the company.
You do your research.
You need to do your due diligence to be sure that those ones that are behind, the credibility of those people behind that platform is also very important.
All right, thank you very much. Those are very wonderful insights. I know people can learn from that. All right, that's it on our tech discussion this morning. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. There's still more to come on the show.